All right guys, so let's customize your first coffee and contracts template. So what we're gonna do is go over to the content calendar, go down to whatever the newest month is. For me, I'm gonna do October. You can also go to this month if you're in the future and you want to customize the same one that I do. So I'm gonna scroll down on this page until I find the average cost for popular renovations post. I'm gonna hit customize in Canva to customize just this individual day. If you want to customize multiple days at a time, scroll up to the top and you can use these templates to customize more at a time. So back over here, I'm gonna hit use template. Once you click this button and are taken to this design studio page, the design is automatically saved and stored into your Canva account. So first of all, I want to show you guys this grid button on the bottom right hand side. So this will allow you to view all of the posts in one single view. So this is a really cool way to see the options here and decide what you want to use or drag things around and also see where things are a carousel post. So here you'll notice that a lot of the times we'll have a few cover photos in the beginning. So all of these are basically saying the same thing, just different styles and saying them in different ways. Sometimes there'll be different images here. So you can choose which one you like, and then if you want to do a carousel post, you can use this as your second photo, this is your third photo, fourth, and fifth. And then there are some more options here, so you could do this as your first carousel post slide, and this is your second one. At the end of the template on the content calendars, you'll notice that we always just have an image there for you. So that's in case you just want to use that image to post on your social media and not a graphic. So back on this grid view, I just want to show you guys that you can select multiple slides at a time by holding down Command while you click the slide. You can select them all in a group if you go down to where you want to select to and click the Shift button while you click as well. And then if you want to select just individual ones, you can hold down Command and select each slide. So here you could select a bunch, you could select what you do not want to use and hit that delete button, or you could select any pages that you want to duplicate and hit that duplicate button. So I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to say that I'm going to use this as my first slide and those as my other slides. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete these three. So I'm going to hit deselect, and then I'm just going to select those three and hit delete. I'm going to double click to get back in here, and I'm going to go over to uploads, and this is where I can upload any of the images or videos of myself. So once you get your images uploaded, you can drag and drop them into this frame here. So what you could do, drag it over, and you'll see it drops into the background photo here. Now let's say you want to move this around. You can drag and select that and pull it down. You can also resize it by toggling here. And you can center it again by dragging it around until you find that purple line that pops up to show you where you're in the center. Now let's say you're trying to drag these along and you pick it up but something isn't coming with. So you click that element and you see that it's locked. Luckily it's not actually locked. This is just so that we can move something around or so that the color doesn't get changed. So all you have to do is click that unlock button and you're good to go. Now you can grab it. And if you ever need to lock something again, just click that and hit that lock button. So now you can customize this text as however you like. So I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna change the wording around to show you guys. And I'm gonna double click this. And then I'll pull this up top and pull this down to the bottom. You can change the color by selecting your text, going down to this drop down and selecting a new color. It'll even pull your photo colors most of the time, and then you can use your photo colors there. Let's say I want to change this background color here across all of these pages. I'm going to select the background and then select this color that pops up. Here I can add my own color. Let's say I'm just going to do plain white, and you'll see that this pops up. This is offering to change the color of all of the elements that were this color to this color. So I'm going to hit change all, and you'll see it actually changed that color across all of the elements that were that color. So you could even do that for this. Let's say I'm gonna change it to the color that was already on the document and hit change all. Now it changed all of those elements to that color. So let's say I wanted to add my Instagram handle here. Go over to that text section and then I can select to add a heading, subheading, or body text. So these are my brand fonts because I have Canva Pro and I've already loaded those in. But if you don't have Canva Pro or you haven't loaded in your brand kit yet, these will be a little more generic. So I'm gonna hit add a subheading. I can change the font by dropping down here and selecting my font, but I'm gonna stick with this font and I'm gonna type in my Instagram handle. Now I'm gonna pull this down right below here. Now let's say I want to pull this down a little more, give it some more space there. Now let's say you want to change the spacing on that, then make them farther apart. You can click this spacing button and drag it out or in. Now you can also change the transparency by hitting this transparency button and reducing that. So let's say I decide I want to change the transparency of the whole image in the background. One option would be to click this box and pull it up, and you'll see it has that transparency already added. So if you hit this transparency button, you can actually adjust that. So now I'm going to remove this box and now show you another way that you can do it. You can actually click the background here and click that transparency button again and drag it down. Another cool thing you can do is drag down the transparency and then click this background color box, and you can actually change the background color and it'll be darker or lighter depending on what you want to do. So then you could select this text and make it all white. So now let's say I wanted to drag my logo on top of here. Since I have Canva Pro, I have my logos saved through my branding kit, which I'll show you guys how to do if you do have Canva Pro. But if you needed to upload your logo, you could also just upload it in the upload section with a transparent background and it'll appear there. So let's say I want to drag my logo over here and it keeps trying to go in the background. So what I'm going to do is select the background and hit that lock button. And now I can drop any images on it and it's not gonna go into the background. So one cool feature that I wanna point out is if you go to this More section and go to Styles, you'll see you can actually change the styles of your pages to these styles. So unfortunately, you can only use the ones that Canva has set up for you. Unless you have Canva Pro, then you can use your brand fonts and colors. So what you can do is go to colors or fonts separately, or you can do these styles all together. I prefer to do them separate though. So you can just click these colors and shuffle through and it'll change the colors of your templates for you. So let's say I want to do this one, hit apply to all pages, and you'll see it actually changes it across all the pages. So if you ever want to change your colors all in a click of a button, that's how you can do it. You can also change the fonts, but this one can be a lot trickier because it doesn't always look great when you switch them up, especially depending on the font. So let's give it a try. Oh, that's not too bad. So you can try different fonts out, see what you like, and then apply to all pages if you want to. So I'm gonna hit undo on that and go back to the original. So let's say I wanted to create a new page at the end here and I wanted to drag this copy over to here. By clicking this section and dragging across the elements that you want to select, and then grab this, and you can actually just pull it on top of that and bring it into a new page. So again, I'm gonna go back over here, back to 1, and pull it back here. So let's say I wanted it on this first page and also this last page. You can hit that duplicate button and then drag it over to that last page, and now you've got it on 2 pages. Let's say you want to drop your image into a circle or a frame. You can go over to Elements, and here you'll see there's a ton of cool elements, but if you scroll down to frames, these are where you can put your images in the cool shapes even like phones and computers and whatnot. So let's say I want to use this circle. I'm gonna align it how I want it. Go back over to my images, and then I'm gonna pull in an image there. Let's say I want to duplicate this page. I can right click here and hit duplicate, or you can click on the top right and duplicate the whole page. Now let's say I want to turn this whole template into a video. You can animate just the text by selecting the text and then hitting animate, and you can try all of these cool animations. Or you can select none for that, and then you can actually animate your whole design. So I'm gonna hit that animate button and see what kind of animations I wanna use. So let's say I wanna use breathe, and it applied it to all the pages. You can change the timing by going here and dragging it out or in based on how long you want that slide to show. But if you wanna preview it, you can hit this play button and it'll show it there. One more cool thing I want to show you guys is if you go to more, you can actually connect to your Google Drive or Dropbox, so you can easily grab your images from there. So if you have photos from a branding shoot that are saved to your Dropbox or Google Drive or Box, whatever it is, you can just grab them there and you don't have to go find them and upload them every time. Now, a couple of quick Canva Pro features that I want to show you guys is the background remover for one. Let's say I want to remove the background of this image. Right click on this and detach the image. That'll bring it out of that circle. I'm going to remove that circle, and now I'm going to hit edit image and click background remover. Now you'll see it actually removes the background of that image for you. So this is a really neat tool that you can use to take your background out of the image and just pull in an image of you. Also with Canva Pro, you can resize your templates by hitting that resize button, and then you can choose a new size. So let's say I want to turn this into an Instagram story. I can just select that, and I can either copy and resize so that it makes a copy of this and I still have this version, or I can just resize it all together. So I'll just show you what it looks like. You just might have to resize things a little bit depending on which size you switch to, but it quickly just puts all of your designs onto a new size. And then if you want to undo it, just hit that undo button and you're back. Another amazing Canva Pro feature is to go to more, go to folders, go to all your designs, and you can actually pull in another design into the one that you're working on. This is probably my favorite feature. You can just go over to any other design you're working on and pull it in. It doesn't even matter what size it is. You can pull in anything, any elements that you need. This is definitely, I think, the coolest feature of Canva Pro. So if you have Canva Pro and you want to set up your brand kit, just go over to this brand kit section from your Canva homepage. You can upload your logos, add color palettes, add your brand fonts for easy access, and also upload fonts. Another thing I want to point out is the folder feature of Canva Pro. With Canva Free, I believe you can have 2 folders, but with Canva Pro, you can have as many folders as you'd like. This is a great way to keep your templates organized. So I would recommend organizing them by sections, as the CNC website is organized by sections. So we have our calendars, and then we have them organized by month. And then we have the branding section, printables, social, etc., and then some other sections. So this is a great way to keep your templates organized. Now, to download your images, what you're gonna do is hit that download button. Under file type, you'll drop down. If you wanna save them as images, you'll do an PNG. If you wanna save them as a video, MP4. And if you're gonna print it out, then I recommend doing PDF print. So let's say I wanted to download all of these as images except one. I wanted this first one to be a video. So what you're gonna do is hit that download button. I'm gonna unselect all of these and just select page 1 and download it as an MP4. So if I wanted to make all of these a video, then I would select all of the pages and it would download this entire thing as a video with these slides. So unfortunately, if you wanted to have 2 separate videos, let's say you wanted to have 1 as a video and 6 as a video, if you hit that 1 and that 6, it'll make them a video together. So there's no way to make separate videos at this moment, so you will have to download it separately if you wanted each of these to be separate videos. So I'm gonna download this one as an MP4 to get that first video. Now I can go ahead and hit the drop down again, hit PNG, unselect the pages, or actually I'm gonna select the pages, unselect page 1 because I've already downloaded that as a video, hit done, and then I can download these as a PNG. It'll save it as a zip file, so you just double click a zip file to open it up and get your images.